Assalamu alaikum guys, this is your brother Sam and welcome back to another video with me here at Sam of Somalia. As promised, we've got a video, we're joined by our Somali artifact of the week. Yeah, very happy to have one of these. Recently my brother-in-law, as I said, got married recently. He got married to a sister from the north, got married to a sister from Waqooyi. So we've got one of these. I'd never seen one of these in my life before, so I turned to the help of the community on Instagram. I put a picture of it up on Instagram and said, yo, what on earth is this? And what do I do with it? And so what it's called is a hairdo. I've seen some different spellings of it. One hairdo with an R, one hairdo just with a D, and one like sort of somewhere in between hairdo, which is so I guess all of the pronunciations exist for it. And another one is fujan as well. Fujan is another word for it too. And what I'm expecting to be inside there, so I've been told that there is that camel meat that I talked about in my meat video yesterday, called otka. Maybe even expecting like perfume and sweets is another thing that apparently I've been told often end up in them, and like dates with a hawaj, like with spices, like spiced dates. So I don't really even know how to get into it. I was given instructions. Definitely just don't cut anything. Yeah, don't cut anything. Other than that, we were pretty safe. So you're gonna kind of see me approaching it for the first time ever. So good news is this bit does just come off the top. Actually, when I first saw it, I started like thinking, oh, how am I going to untie this bit at the top? But it's not. You don't need to. You just pull it off like that, and then it's wrapped like this. Reminds me a little bit of a deal as well, actually. Like those of you guys who didn't watch my deal video, I'll link you in. I'll link to it in the description. My deal video. That's another kind of Somali artifact used for storing milk normally, but I think it can be used for storing water too. Yeah, it looks a bit like a deal. It's kind of similar shape to it. Feels like it's not like you know, I can't like shake it like you used to do it, like I used to do at Christmas when I was a little boy. You can't shake it to find out what's in it. But okay, so we've got these. How do we get into it? Basically, what happens is the bride's family give the groom's family. I think there's 7 of them. Yeah, I think there's 7 of them. And they go to different members of the family, and the one that's come to us has to go to the groom's sister's family, but that sister has to be married. So of my brother-in-law's sisters, my wife is his only sister who's married, so obviously this ended up with us. Yeah, and it means that the stuff that comes in it, we have the opportunity to kind of share it with neighbours and stuff like that. So there'll be a good, yeah, it'll be a good way for me to share with some of the people down here in Cornwall. Some of our neighbours and stuff like that. Get to share some Somali artifact stuff with them. Okay, here we go. Black sort of leather. It is a lot like that really reminds me of a deal. Like yeah, sort of way that you'd store stuff in a deal. How do I open it from here? I might need to get my wife involved, you know. It might be a bit too complicated for me. So it's quite heavy. Inside it's sort of like netted. Yeah, it's sort of like weaved inside there. It's really heavy. So a few things that I should have mentioned as well, by the way, is that most of the things to do with it are like symbolic of something. Like when you take the veil off, that's meant to be like symbolic of like the groom lifting the veil of his wife and stuff when they get married. So that like throughout it isn't just sort of like, you're not supposed to just have clumsy bumbling Nina Adan undoing it and stuff. But the good news is that I found this knot. I found this knot somewhere at the end, so we're sort of part of the way of working out how to get all this stuff off, and we can actually find out what's inside. So here we go. We're going to see me trying to unwind it all. Here we go. It's so like intricately and like carefully wound. It must take ages. But yeah, but I guess the secret to getting into it is to find out exactly where the knots are. That's kind of that's the key. That's the secret weapon. So we're gonna get these knots off, and then I'll show you what the next step is, inshallah. You know, about a year ago, one of my jiu-jitsu teacher in London, I remember telling him that my wife was Somali, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, at your wedding you must have had this thing where where you had like this like camel meat and like sort of had dates around it and stuff, and I had no idea what that was. I'd never heard of that in my entire life, and he said it to me as if like, oh, it happens at all Somali weddings and stuff, and he said it as if like, oh, that must have been what I did, and it all kind of makes sense now. Like I guess he went to a wedding of someone who was from Waqooyi, who was from the north, and that's why he kind of thought that was definitely a thing that you did at all Somali weddings. So so that kind of yeah. That's explained something to me about that thing that I hadn't heard of and felt like I probably should have heard of. Yeah. There must be a better way of doing this. If anybody know a video out there of like a really efficient way of just unwrapping one of these, then please share it, because I've got plenty of people who subscribe to this channel who are people like me, who are non-Somalis, who are just doing our best to learn about this language and culture, and there must be a more efficient way of doing this. So if you know a link to a video of like a really efficient way of someone who, I don't know, maybe you've got a video of just a Hoyo who just sort of does this and it all falls off, then that'd be brilliant. Please share it. I'll put a link to it in my description if anything like that comes in, because there must be something more efficient than this, because I'm cutting this video down just so that people will even bother clicking on it, because you can't have a half-an-hour video on your YouTube of someone just unravelling string. It's sort of a rule. So, okay, here we go. Oh, no. Okay, I think the string sort of holds it together, because when I did that, it's sort of toppling over. I think it's sort of in like two parts. We'll discover though in a second. So once I've got this string off, we will find out. We'll find out exactly what is going on. Okay, here we go. So you have a good 10 meters or so of string that goes around it. It's purple and black. I don't think it has to be. I don't know if that has like I don't know if the colours have any significance, or if they indicate any sort of, I don't know what they do. But yeah, they're purple and black though. So let's see what it sort of looks like underneath. Let's get this. Okay, yeah. So we can open it from the top actually, and yeah, it comes all the way down. It's black like that, and see this bit around here. That sort of looks like it's dates. That bit does, but when we open it up, it's like this. So it's black kind of leather, got some straps on it. Right. I don't know if maybe this has to come off so I can open it. Maybe I have to sort of open it halfway. Okay, here we go. So because there are some straps on it. Let's see what we've got. Because I can't just lift that off. There are straps on it. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so that comes off. And then there's a sort of like a buckle on this side, like a belt. Bring this through. And then this whole sort of harness almost can come down. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, wow, cool. So we've got both ends like that. It's like this. I'm going to put this aside for a second. I'm going to put that over there. I'll put this upside down, actually. Okay. So this is where all of the dates and stuff are, I guess. And then that's sort of then it's wrapped around something in the middle. I can't quite lift this. Oh, I can. I can lift the bowl out. Okay, so there's a big bowl. There's dates right around it. So we're going to find out what's in there. I might need to go and get a knife so we can maybe cut this open so we can work out what's in there. But in the meantime, I'm just going to lift this off. Ugh. Pop it down here. And then I'm going to build this up. I'm going to put this up there. And then keep these out of the way so that they don't get covered in whatever we might discover underneath this. So we're left with this. I need a custom thumbnail. So maybe I'll do something like this. Yo. Odd kind dates and that. Okay, we're going to get a knife and then I'll be back in a second. So the knife doesn't come with it. You have to get your own one. Yeah, and this is all wrapped in... maybe I should have done this in the kitchen because we're sort of in my office. There's no way of... Nah, let's just do it. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, let's get all this off. Okay, I can see it. Okay. Bismillah. Let's unwrap this. Whoa, okay. So we've got a cling film there, and then I guess this is okay. My camera's moved. Sorry about that. So this is what it looks like now, yeah. If I slide my knife in there, it does seem like it's hollow. It seems like it's hollow. So let's go all the way around and see what we get. Okay, we're here. Okay, this bit's ready to come off. Let's go. So there we go. So I guess this is like a whole like wall of dates all around it. All there's proper hollow. So sort of big wall of dates that have all been sort of, there's spices. It smells like a lot of spices. Like you guys obviously can't smell it, but yeah, it's like, yeah, just like crushed dates. Obviously the stones are taken out. There's no date stones in there either. And then inside is just all good stuff, all odka in there. So odka, I'll show you some of it. We'll warm some of it up and we'll eat it. You don't eat it cold. Do you eat it cold? Let me know if any of you eat it cold, because I've heard of like jerkies being eaten cold before, but I've never eaten odka cold. We've always heated it up and eaten it, but it doesn't look particularly appetizing when it's cold, because it's kind of oily and stuff. But anyways, I'll show you what odka is. Maybe I'll do a separate video on odka as well, because this is a long video. It took me a good 20 minutes. I've got like 4 videos to record. I'm meant to be doing Arabic language videos. I've used the whole afternoon just doing this video. This is meant to be a way of us getting a bit of lunch, but this has taken me sort of the whole afternoon. So we're gonna pause the video, and then afterwards we'll do like an odka video. But that's essentially what this whole bowl is full of. Yeah, and then like the dates wrapped around it, pretty thick wall. Like it's literally like that sort of thick whole dome coming up around it. So it keeps them nice and fresh. Keeps your odka nice and fresh in there, and that is really good stuff. So yeah, that's it from me for now. If you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions about it, please put them in the comments. Those of you who are Somalis, who have a load more knowledge about this stuff than me, then please share your thoughts, and please answer any questions as well. If there are any of you non-Somalis who have any other questions about this, then please put them in the comments, and the Somalis of you, work together to make sure that people watching this channel get a lot out of it, inshallah. And those of you who have any questions for me, then I'll do my best to respond to you in the comments too, inshallah. So if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you did, don't forget to like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.